So many weapons, but do the Patriots have an offensive problem? My name is Mike Petraglia, joined as always by Evan Lazar and Alex Barth inside Heinz Field. The Patriots drop one 17-10 to the Pittsburgh Steelers. They're now 9-5 on the year. This Patriots report brought to you by 1-in-100. Go to 1in100.co now and register for your chance to win in a raffle killer Pats, Bruins, and Celtics tickets for the cost of a pizza or a large beer. Again, go to 1in100.co and register today. All right, guys, I did not think the Patriots would score just 10 points in a 17-10 loss to the Pittsburgh Steelers. No, exactly. To this defense that was getting torched by the likes of Derek Carr and the Raiders just 1 week earlier. I just do not understand why the Patriots struggled so much today. And, you know, you got the sense in talking to Bill Belichick and Tom Brady, they're searching for answers. Tom Brady said he wanted to look more at the film. But we'll start with you, Evan. Why are the Patriots late in games having trouble finding Rob Gronkowski and James White?
That's a good question. I think that has to be asked to Josh McDaniels this week on Tuesday. Is, you know, at the end of the day, the Patriots have plenty of weapons to put up points in this offense, and they have Tom Brady running the show. And I don't think that this was a game where I thought to myself, wow, Tom Brady really cost them this game. You know, bad interception, a bad decision. But other than that, this was a game where we were kind of searching, where's Josh Gordon? Josh Gordon disappeared from this game. Where's Rob Gronkowski? He really wasn't a factor until late. James White, we've talked about it a lot, Alex. The Patriots win when James White's involved. They lose when he's not. And yet, this is all stuff that you, me, and Trags can see from afar, from the outside looking in, and it has to be things that Josh McDaniels and the Patriots coaching staff see as well, and certainly things that Tom Brady sees, because you could see his frustration after the game. They need to do a better job of game planning, and then they need to do a better job of adjusting to what other teams are doing in-game, and having some in-game adjustments, having some wrinkles late in games that they can kind of save in their back pocket. Because right now, it feels to me, when this offense plays poorly, it's because the defense knows what's coming. They kind of know where the Patriots are going to kind of look for their targets from their options. And other than that, they really don't have any back pocket play. They don't really have any left hand to go to. It's all right-handed.
Okay, Alex, I want to ask you about the run game, because I think a lot of Patriots fans are watching this game on TV going, they are killing the Steelers, doing to the Steelers what so many teams have done to the Patriots, running it right up the gut with Sony Michel and, to a lesser extent, James White. But why weren't the Patriots able to really play smash mouth and punch 1 or 2 touchdowns in on the ground?
I think this was a case of the Patriots have had success against the Steelers for so many years doing the exact same thing, right? And it's throwing the ball over the middle, attacking deep cover 2 zones, using that area 15 to 20 yards down the middle of the field to hit players in stride. That wasn't there today. The Steelers, outside of one play early to Chris Hogan, obviously, more or less took that away. And I think Josh McDaniels and Bill Belichick and Tom Brady refused to acknowledge that. They kept going to that same strategy that's worked against the Steelers so well for so long. And look, maybe that's the only strategy they came in with because they thought it would work. Maybe they just figured, you know, if we keep doing this, eventually it will break through. It's happened before, but it reminded me a lot of the Tennessee game. They had a game plan they wanted to use, and they used it. They didn't use any other game plan. I don't remember thinking in the third or fourth quarter, oh, hey, they're doing something for the first time in this game. They're doing something different. It was the same thing from the first play to the last play outside of the one Hogan play call. And that's what happens when you get predictable. You don't score. You don't move the football.
And that's why Josh Gordon's here, right? Is because he's that other option. He's that outside the numbers guy. They can throw some back shoulders. You throw a go ball to him every once in a while. Where was that today? It just wasn't there. They kept with the same game plan for 4 quarters. And really, outside of the Hogan play, this offense had 3 points. 3 points the entire rest of the game. And it took a busted coverage, one of the worst busted coverages you'll ever see in an NFL game.
The biggest opening of any receiver in 2 years, 19.5 yards. Next gen.
So that was the first time you've ever seen that in 2 years, and that's what it took to even get them 7 points in the end zone today.
Okay, look, I have wondered this in certain seasons with Tom Brady running the Patriots, and this is a great problem to have. But it's one football and so many weapons. Do you think, and I think you know where I'm going with this, Evan. Do you think there are too many weapons sometimes for Tom Brady to pick and choose from?
I think that there's almost too many weapons for Josh McDaniels. I think that he goes into the game plan every week, and he just doesn't know which guy he wants to be the focal point of the game plan, and oftentimes it ends up being the wrong guy. Today, I thought that they really wanted to get the ball to Gronk, but then they took that away. So then they said, all right, we're going to go with the crossing routes and the stuff underneath and pick apart, dink and dunk their way down the field, when really what they probably should have been doing is throwing the ball down the field to Josh Gordon, throwing the ball down the field to Chris Hogan, but instead they kind of just went with that game plan, like we said, that they started with. The interesting thing is, off of play action, Tom Brady was 10 for 10 in this game. Off of non-play action, he was 13 for 27 with a pick. So really, the play action stuff was working, but they only ran it 10 times. Obviously, you can't run play action in every play, but honestly, you could run play action 70% of the time and get away with it. It was a weird game plan. The stuff that was working, they didn't do enough. The stuff that wasn't working, they did too much.
All right, we'll wrap it up here with Alex, and I'll ask you a question. Simple situational football that Bill Belichick prides his teams on being really efficient with. They were not today. They started out 1 for 7 on third down. They picked up those numbers a little bit late in the fourth quarter, and the red zone offense just obviously wasn't there.
Well, they weren't great in the red zone. They had a number of drops, 3 drops in the game, which didn't help them. A number of penalties, especially pre-snap. I mean, this is the kind of game that when Bill Belichick goes back and looks at it, he's going to have heads rolling in the locker room. This was not pretty from a situational football point of view, from a football IQ point of view, and those are their hallmarks, right? They're going to be smarter than the other team, and they're going to be more disciplined than the other team. That's what you know about the Patriots every time going in, no matter what, and it wasn't true today.
What are they always good at? Situational football, third down and red zone defense and offense, not killing themselves with penalties, stopping the run. What is this team bad at right now?
Pretty much 5 for 5.
Yeah. All of those things.
Or 0 for 5, depending on how you look at it.
That's bad news.
Yes, it is. And the Patriots have 2 regular season games, both at home against the Bills and Jets, to clean it up and get ready, we would assume, for a playoff run. We will see and wait and see what happens and how the Patriots clean it up. And indeed, the Patriots have not clinched anything yet, and certainly there's a lot of work to be done. This Patriots Report has been brought to you by 1-in-100. Go to 1in100.co now and register for your chance to win killer Pats, Bruins, and Celtics tickets for the cost of a beer or a large pizza. Again, go to 1in100.co today. Inside Heinz Field, for Evan Lazar and Alex Barth, I'm Mike Petraglia, CLNS Media.